Olonsky,
Here.
Mrs. Mendez,
Here.
Dr. Miskowitz,
Here.
Mrs. Seward,
Here.
Mr. Hyatt,
Here.
and Mr. Cohen. Okay, Mr. Cohen.
All right, thank you all for coming. We're going to get started. I just want to call your attention to a couple things at the top of the agenda. One is Sunshine Law. This meeting will be held in accordance with the Open Public Meeting Act. This meeting will be videotaped, including public comments, the public portion of it. No smoking or vaping on school grounds. We are in a government school building. And all rise for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
One quick announcement. We were just made aware of an emerging issue, so we have to take a 15-minute break and go into an executive session. I promise we will try to keep it as fast as possible, but we should be out here within 10, 15 minutes max. So making a motion to move into executive. Can I get a second?
I make a motion.
Dr. Miskowitz? All in favor?
Aye.
All right. Yeah, due to issues of personnel is the reason we're breaking. So we'll be back in 15 minutes. Just hang tight. Thank you all for coming. We'll be right back.
Mrs. Mendez,
Here.
Dr. Miskowitz,
Here.
Mrs. Seward,
Here.
and Mr. Hyatt.
Here. All right, with that, I will turn it over to Mr. Balone for kindness certificates.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. With the start of the new academic year, as we did last year we recognized employees for respect certificates, and this year, since the board has decided to focus on one of our other pillars of kindness, we are deeming these certificates for this year kindness certificates. So any employee and or students who demonstrate going above and beyond and kindness within the school community are recognized. That could be parent emails that we receive, peer emails, just about anything that staff members and or students do to go above and beyond and to be kind for this academic year. We will be recognizing them. So our first kindness certificates come out of our transportation department. And what I'll do is I'll just read an excerpt from an email that I received from a parent. I'm writing to express my profound gratitude for the extraordinary effort and collaborative spirit demonstrated by several members of your staff, which have made a world of a difference for my son. From the transportation department, Gregory, Heather, Miss Frances, Miss Tammy, and Miss Margie. For 2 years, my family and I have been advocating for Miss Tammy, driver, and Miss Margie, bus aide, to be assigned to my son's bus route. Now, let me be clear. Parents don't really get to request bus drivers. They were on his route 1 year, and it was truly a magical experience. Their patience, compassion, and unique approach always made him and me feel assured that he was safe and in the most caring hands. This year, after the worst 3 days back to school, I made a call to the transportation department. This time, the response was remarkably different than in years past. When I spoke with Greg, I didn't hear no, and I wasn't dismissed. I finally felt like my concerns were being taken seriously. Make no mistake, Greg made no promises. Thank you, Greg, for making no promises. But he assured me he would try to facilitate a change if he could. And try he did. He reached out to Miss Tammy, who not only agreed to take on Matthew's route, but also proactively coordinated with Miss Frances, driver, to arrange a route switch, along with his assistant, Heather. They worked together so wonderfully to accommodate my son. Sometimes it truly does take a village to come together to help one little boy, and today I am incredibly proud to call these individuals part of his village. Please accept this letter as a true testament to my deepest appreciation for everyone involved in making this profound and positive change for my son. Their dedication and willingness to go above and beyond have not gone unnoticed and are deeply, deeply valued. Thank you, Transportation Department, and I'll call you up by name, and you can all stand here so we can acknowledge you with a big round of applause. Gregory Cohen. Heather Maximic. Francis Awad. Tammy Walters. And Margie Adio.
Mr. Hyatt,
Yes.
can I
Go ahead.
please say something? I have to tell you, I'm so proud to be a member of Marlboro, the Marlboro community. This is what Marlboro is all about. The kindness, the gentleness, making sure that every child is being taken care of. I am not just proud to be a board member, but a member of Marlboro community overall. So thank you so much for everything that you do for us.
Thank you, Dr. Smith.
Okay, we have two more. We are recognizing kindness certificates for Mrs. Chelsea Russo and Skyla Rizzi. And here's the email for them. Again, from a parent. I'm writing to express our heartfelt appreciation for the outstanding work Mrs. Russo has done with our daughter throughout this preschool year at the Abbott Early Learning Center. As parents, it means so much to know our child is in a nurturing, creative, and attentive learning environment, and Mrs. Russo has gone above and beyond in every way. From the start of the school year, with the help of Miss Skyla Rizzi, whom also deserves so much praise, to great few months of covering the class, Mrs. Russo created a classroom atmosphere that was welcoming, safe, and inspiring. Her lesson plans were not only thoughtfully structured, but incredibly imaginative, consistently sparking joy and curiosity in my daughter. Whether through hands-on projects, themed learning activities, or personalized attention to each child's development, Mrs. Russo made learning fun and meaningful every single day. What stood out to us most was her remarkable attentiveness to the unique personalities and needs of her students. My daughter always felt encouraged, supported, and truly seen. The confidence and excitement they both brought home each day are a testament to the positive impact they had on her social and academic growth. They are a true asset to your school community. Their dedication, creativity, and compassion reflect the very best of early childhood education. And we are deeply grateful that our daughter had the opportunity to learn and grow under their care. Thank you for supporting such talented and dedicated educators. We hope their work is recognized and celebrated as much as it is appreciated by the families they serve. Thank you, Mrs. Russo and Mrs. Rizzi. Come on up, please. Yep.
Yeah. Thank you. That was certainly one of the best parts of the night. So, moving on, Mr. Balone, student impact.
Sure. We have Student Impact. This summer, the district's extended school year program, otherwise known as ESY, ran from July 7th through August 14th, with a total of 152 students in pre-K through 8th grade. Students worked on academic and social skills with staff, as well as participated in phys ed, music, and science each week, which is unique. Not all school districts do that. We do have a short video for you to highlight the ESY program. And a very special thanks to the Robertsville Fire Department who visited the program, Goldie's Ice Cream Truck, sponsored by Scope, and CPAC sponsored Spirit Days for the Disability Prides Month, which recognized a variety of disabilities throughout that week. So thank you so much.
Thank you. Please introduce yourself too.
Hear me? You can hear me. Mary Elizabeth, I'm the Director of Special Services. I wasn't going to speak, but I feel like it's important to recognize Mrs. Mortar. I want to recognize and sincerely thank Mrs. Mortar for the incredible dedication and leadership shown in developing and managing our extended school year program. The ESY program requires months of careful planning, coordinating staff, scheduling, curriculum, transportation, related services, and student placements. Through careful planning and tireless oversight, she made sure that our students were able to continue their education throughout the summer in a structured and supportive environment. So I want to personally thank Mrs. Mortar for everything she's done.
Thank you. I think we all agree it's an excellent program, and thank you for highlighting that. It's good to see. Moving on, announcements. I believe you do have announcements.
I do. I have a few announcements. Number one, just a report on the opening of school this year. We had a very smooth opening. Mrs. Gross, the assistant superintendent, and I visited every single building within the first 2 days of school. We got to visit classrooms, walked here at Memorial first, and I had to ask if students were in the building. It was so quiet. So they were already learning on day one and very engaged. So I do want to provide kudos to our teachers, administrators, and all of our staff. Buildings and grounds had the buildings looking great. So we had a very smooth opening, as well as, and we recognized our transportation department. We always have a few glitches here and there, but all things considered, it was very smooth. So great opening. Secondly, today was a great day at both Asher Holmes and Robertsville Elementary School. It actually happened in the parking lot of Robertsville. They were celebrating Constitution Day and the Star Spangled Banner, where both schools came together and they were singing and celebrating our great nation. They also recognized, it was one of our first activities to recognize the 250th anniversary upcoming of our nation. And you'll see some social media posts related to that, and also aligns to the board resolution that was approved back in the summertime regarding that. So more to come on those various activities, but this was the first of many that will happen over the course of this year. And that's all I have.
Great. You want to go to certificates of excellence?
I think that's Vinny, right?
Or is that you, Mr. Carabell?
I mean, I don't like to talk about myself.
You can applaud
but
yourself. It's all good.
The school district received the Certificate of Excellence for financial reporting. So this is, I believe, our, while I've been here, our 6th consecutive one. We can only hope that equates to Eagles winning the Super Bowl 6 times in a row, but we can only be that lucky. But so this is just a testament to my staff and the incredible work we do when it comes to our end of the year closeout and our audit. So I can't be more proud of them. I really can't take any of the credit for this. I'm just the captain of the ship, but when it comes to actually making sure everything's correct and making sure everything's right and up to Marlboro standards, and for us to even receive this reward, it's a testament to everything all of us do here. So thank you. Thank you.
Well, I will give you credit for your leadership, so thank you. And now you get to go through the school bus driver abstracts.
Yep, so all abstracts are run and all have privileges in good standing. I do have another announcement just to bring everybody up to date on our referendum. So as you know, there was information at Marlboro Day and giveaways, but If you haven't checked out the website already, please check out the website. The website is mtps.org/no-debt. There will be a video coming out if it hasn't been already, and there'll be more posts going on social media as we get closer to the election. You'll see more frequent of posts, more short videos, just basically keeping that in the forefront of having people get out and vote for the referendum. If many of you do not know, the referendum is to get HVAC into the classrooms of Asher Holmes Elementary School and Robertsville Elementary School. So October 14th, we will be having a workshop solely dedicated to the referendum. We will be having the professionals here to actually field questions if anybody has them regarding the referendum. So we will have our bond counsel here, our architect here, engineer, financial advisor, everybody that's a part of, making this happen. We also will have an informational table set up with some of those giveaways. So the tagline is "No sweat, no debt," and we will have a table set up where you can get flyers, you can get giveaways, more Q&A, more informational fact sheets. If anybody has not had a chance to check out the website. For postcards, so one of the topics, we had flyers made up. As you know, they were at Marlboro Day. They'll be here at the October 14th meeting too. We also will have tables set up at each back-to-school night for individual schools and parents to ask questions. So the board members have volunteered their time to be at some of those tables. If someone will not be at one of those tables, then I most likely will be in attendance if a board member can't be there, just to keep it going to try to get the word out and just get information out regarding the referendum. So, what was I gonna? I lost my train of thought. Sorry. So, some of the upcoming milestones. So, of course, September 14th was Marlboro Day. The back-to-school nights will take place the month of September and October. November 4th is Election Day, and October 14th is our meeting. So, actually, going back to the postcards. So that is the last piece that we have yet to sign off on. So I know when we discussed as a board trying to keep costs down when it comes to advertising and comes to spending money on items to really advertise this. So we received a quote for postcards that was about, with postage, close to $10,000. So we made the decision to pivot from that. So our idea is to really digitalize the postcard and work with the township to blast it out to a mailer, blast it out to our school community, possibly put it on the messaging board that's in front of our administrative building, and then to continue to blast it out that way. So the graphics were done by LBC and it was created, but as far as paying for mailers and postage, we feel like that's not the most effective way. And it's honestly, to me, it feels like it's not a great use of funds to just spend that money on postcards. When you send a postcard, there's no one speaking, there's no one talking about the information as effective as a flyer would be, or a table, or even just a simple email chain where they can email questions in. So that's where we are with the postcards, and those should be going out digitally around the week of September 22nd.
Sorry, I have a question about the postcards. My microphone is so loud. Did you consider any specific demographic that might not be as tech savvy to maybe just send the postcards out to a smaller group of people instead of the entire district? Because I don't want it to be missed by people that aren't.
So we did,
privy.
and we're going to actually, if we need to order postcards to get in touch with everybody, we'll order a small amount, but we want to try the mailer with the township first to see how many residents or how many people they actually have signed up for that.
Okay.
Because they'll know better than us as far as population goes, and if we can hit every single family, and if every single family is not signed up, then we maybe target areas where we know that they're not as tech savvy, or maybe that's not the most effective means of getting information to them.
Okay, and I wasn't here last meeting, so my apologies if this was discussed already, but will the format of the October 14th meeting allow for a back and forth with public comments for topics regarding the referendum? Or is it going to still be the same format as regular public comments? I don't know
That's
if we
really
discussed
that's up to board leadership how they want to field the workshop, but historically workshops are no different than any other ones when it comes to the public speaking, and then we would respond. But
Okay.
Just to think, go ahead, Chad. I was just going to say, because to Annette's point, when we had the table at Marlboro Day, good feedback from the community, but a lot of people were confused because not everybody wants to tune into the meeting. I don't know why, but they were confused that it was going to be on the ballot still. I think if they're not watching, I think some people were just confused that they'd have to vote and yes or no to it. So however we're sending the communication out, and to Annette's point of questions and so forth, that came up a lot of, oh really, I have to vote and select on the ballot, and we had to tell, at least in my experience.
And that's good feedback, because hopefully when we have that workshop and then leading up to that, we can maybe hone in on maybe that piece, if that's what people are
Right.
unfamiliar with.
So the comms plan, I know you have it worked out, but I would definitely have the language, and I know I said this in the last meeting, like how they vote, where it is on the ballot. I know we don't have the sample yet, but where that would be is where people were getting stuck.
'Cause I believe that was, that was shared with you, I think, the information from Laura Bishop about.
Yeah, I'm
Where to-
just saying, like,
okay.
for the community,
Q&A.
when you send out your digital formatting, that was the piece that people were struggling with, at least in my time at the table.
So include that with the postcard. That's-
Yeah.
Okay, that's good feedback, thanks. Yeah. Make sure we'll get that to them.
Chair.
Yeah, go ahead.
And in the same vein as Ms. Seward, I was wondering if there are like smaller communities, rather than paying for postage, would, like, if I wanted to, would I be able to go and like drop it places?
Yeah, I mean, I believe that's what the advisory committee was doing, was finding people that were interested in championing
Awesome.
the referendum. So that would definitely be approach.
You might
can
get
take,
chased
yeah.
out, just so you know.
What?
You might get chased out.
That's all right. I'll take that risk.
They don't allow soliciting, though. Like a lot of the private communities, like Greenbrier, you're not allowed to solicit without permission.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
to know.
I was trying to create an emphasis. I know the board collectively was trying to make sure that we were not spending money recklessly on advertisements. So
Of course.
No, I appreciate that.
Thanks.
Oh, it's great feedback, thank you. Does anybody else have comments? All right. Any other communications? Or? Good. Okay. Did you do abstracts? Yeah. Okay. We'll open it up to public comments now. Mr. Caravello, is anyone on the list?
I have no one on my list.
Okay. Would anybody like to come up, public comment? Speak into it.
Angela Colby from Marlboro Township. I would like to come up on behalf of CPAG today and the co-leader with Robin. I don't know if you are aware, but the state of New Jersey has recognized as September 7th to September 13th the Direct Support Professional Recognition Week, which means that they recognize all of the paraprofessionals within the schools that help the teachers, that redirect and reteach and help all the kids tie their shoes when their teachers are not available and they're teaching within the class. So we just wanted to take a moment to recognize all the people behind the scenes that take their time throughout the day to help those teachers. And when I was looking for quotes for paraprofessionals to recognize them, some of the quotes that came up are, paraprofessionals are the heroes of the hidden heroes of the classroom, and behind every great classroom there is an outstanding paraprofessional. And then the one I like the most is that even teachers need heroes. So I think it's great to recognize all the paraprofessionals within the district. They might not always be known, they might not always get a light shine upon them, they might be an assistant to a director, they might be the assistants on the buses that you might not see, the one-to-one aides. And the bus drivers, really, I'm glad that you guys recognize them for the kindness, because they are really the first line of support, I guess, for any of the special needs kids when they're coming to school. So for them to be happy and excited and helpful to the kids to get on the bus, to make that transition easier into the classroom and into the schools, it's very important. So I'm glad the governor has recognized them, and I would hope that maybe something we could do for the paraprofessionals as part of MTPS. Thank you.
Thank you for that recognition.
I actually have a follow-up to that. Ironically,
Let's see if there's any other public comments, and then we can
Okay.
do discussion. So, thank you. Anybody else want to comment? Yes.
Scott Samaya, Marlboro. Good evening, Mr. Ballone and the board as a whole. So I was at Marlboro Day on Sunday and visited the board booth for a couple minutes where we discussed what else the referendum, right? I appreciate Mr. Ballone coming out on a weekend, and I happen to notice an overwhelmingly positive response from community members to the referendum, which I think is great. I think it's fantastic. In my mind, there's no reason not to support this, as it does not raise taxes, and we have the district, specifically Mr. Caravello and his team, to thank for that, for their sound judgment and fiscal conservatism, allowing the district to put forth this referendum without raising our taxes. I'm happy to assist in any way I can to ensure this referendum passes so the kids at Asher and Robertsville can enjoy the same learning environments their peers receive at all the other buildings. Thanks again, and have a great evening.
Thank you. And we'll be giving an update on the advisory committee moving forward, to your point about how you can support the referendum. So that'll be later in the meeting. Any other comments? Annette, I know you have a question. Let's close public comments, and then you can... Oh, okay. Motion to close public comments. Ms. Gandhi? Ms. Mendez? All in favor? Okay. Any opposed?
No.
Any abstentions? All right. Public comments are closed. All right, Ms. Sear.
So ironically, in the update that I have tonight from Freehold Regional, I would like to inform Ms. Colby that on the most recent meeting at Freehold Regional High School District on September 11th, it was specifically to recognize the paraprofessionals of the year in that district. So it's already happening. They were recognized. This was just an ironic update from Mr. Messinger that they have been recognized at the high school level. So we're on the right track.
Awesome. Another round of applause for that. Moving on to communications, Mr. Blount.
I don't have any.
Okay. Moving on to superintendent's HIP report.
Superintendent's report, HIB, from the time period August 21, 2025 through September 11th, 2025, there was one incident reported.
Thank you. Meeting dates, Mr. Caravello.
So we have the following meeting dates coming up. October 14th is the workshop for the referendum. October 28th is the regular scheduled meeting for that month. And then November 18th is our regular scheduled meeting.
Thank you. Approval of minutes resolution. I'll go ahead and motion this. Approval of minutes be it resolved for approval of minutes. Can I get a second? Ms. Carrera. Questions or comments on the minutes? Okay, roll call.
Mrs. Gandhi?
Yes.
Mr. Olansky?
Yes.
Mrs. Mendez?
Yes.
Dr. Miskowitz?
Abstain.
Mrs. Seward?
Abstain.
Mrs. Balomo?
Yes.
Mrs. Carrero?
Yes.
And Mr. Hyatt?
Yes. Okay, Mr. Caravello, secretary report. And you can go on to the monthly certification as well.
So this is the monthly certification for the month ending August 31st, 2025, and the payroll certification for August 2025 as well.
All right, thank you. Okay, moving along, committee reports, advisory committee. I think, are you doing that, Ms. Mendez? Okay, go ahead.
The advisory committee is excited to let you all know that we did receive a variety of community members that are interested in helping support the referendum and communicate out. We did email those, I was saying colleagues, I'm back at work mode. We did email those community members to let them know that we would be following up with them in the very near future. The advisory committee has a meeting on this Friday at 3 o'clock where we're going to talk through all of the different intent forms that we have received, and we'll be in touch soon. But we want to thank everybody for being excited about this with us. So thank you so much, and we'll be in touch soon.
Great, thank you. Buildings and grounds, Ms. Palomo?
So the Building and Grounds Committee met on September 15th. So we just talked about updates for summer projects. So the Dugan exterior door replacement project, which is closing out. The Dugan water heater replacement project that took over the summer break. The auxiliary gym in middle. So the second auxiliary gym was abated and replaced. So this is the second phase of 3. So next year will actually be the major gym. So basically you have to. Those are the 3 gyms that contain mercury, and as we've discussed, we're just taking a proactive approach of abating them now. So next year will be the big gym that we budget for. Flooring replacements, Middle, Dugan, Abbott Early Learning Center, and Robertsville all received flooring replacements across the schools in areas that were in need. Asphalt improvements, we did really focused on Defino Elementary School in the back, so we changed out the basketball court back there and all the cracked pavement, so that really took up most of the budget. Next year we'll probably turn our attention to Robertsville and Asher and their parking lot. And then again we talked about how we routinely repair that throughout the year with funds that we budget for isolated repairs. We talked about univentilator cleaning for HVAC, so we took on a huge project at Middle where we cleaned all the univentilators. They're original with the building from 1972, so this is really one of the first times, especially first times I've been here, that we really deep cleaned each unit, and we're going to take a preventive approach to try to do that, because trying to replace those things right now and the size of that building you wouldn't be able to budget for that. School gym floors were recoated. Pickleball was added at some of the elementary schools. Marlboro Elementary, the AC improvements are complete, so really it's Marlboro Elementary School was the school that was done with the ROD grants for HVAC, and now the only schools remaining are the Robertsville and Asher Elementary School. Marlboro Elementary and MMS, we had district-wide painting throughout the summer done there. One of the projects that were not done over the summer was the Asher pump house replacement project. That's still being out to quote by co-op, and if the prices are not favorable, we'll go out to bid. So you'll see that on an agenda in the future. B&G is fully staffed for the first time in a little bit. So all the turnover we've had, we've actually been able to be fully staffed. We went over the school facility health and safety checklist, and we're still waiting for some to come in for the new school year. We talked about the new softball turf field at middle school that the township put in for us, and we're waiting to essentially get the keys to the field. It has not been turned over to us. It's still property of the township. Operations Hero, so we are going with an automated facility use management system. So we are going away from paper, and we are going to make that completely online and try to get that up and running for January. That's it for Building and Grounds.
All right, Communications Committee, Ms. Carrera, I've asked Mrs. Carrera to take that. What's that?
No, I forgot it.
I'll give it.
Okay.
So we did meet as a Communications Committee. Our work's been focused on getting the communications out for call for advisors, which Val went into. But also, I don't know if you noticed, but if you follow the Marlboro Township Public Schools, you'll see that they send a newsletter out each week. So we put a space on the Board of Education with trying to keep it under 2-minute read of our last board meeting, just a recap, because obviously a lot of the community can't sit through these board meetings. They sometimes go very long. So we've instituted that. So that will go out. We're aiming to get it out by the Thursday following the board meeting. So if you go to our website on Thursday afternoon, you should see a recap of the board meeting. So anything you missed, obviously if there's any questions, you can email the entirety of the board. But that was our focus this month. We did have a meeting, and that's my update. Curriculum Committee? Dr. Miskowitz?
Since I missed the last meeting, I wanted to give an update from, I didn't send it over to Aditi, so I apologize. The updated RTI manual was completed over the summer. Not only did teachers have input into the updates, the principals were also involved. It appeared that the RTI program was operating differently in the schools. The updated version has provided equity and consistency throughout the district. As in any program, administration and staff will be constantly looking to better the program, and we will be discussing these updates throughout the year. This update was discussed at both the curriculum and special ed committee meetings because they overlap because of the student populations that need remediation. The second topic was mantra, which was a huge success. A number of our board members joined the staff in welcoming everyone in attendance, and Mrs. Gross did a wonderful job of explaining many, many things to the entire staff. And especially, I was very interested in all the technology pieces because I don't understand any of it. So thank you. We also discussed the CUSAC process, and now we are awaiting the official outcome. We haven't gotten it yet. And I do want to explain, and I don't know if it was explained at the last meeting, but the DOE, once you've been CUSAC'd by the county office, the report has to go down to Trenton. So it's a lengthy process. It's not something that just is done and it's over with. There are a number of people that review these things because they need to be able to send out information throughout the state, and they have to keep track of things. So I just wanted to explain why it's a little bit delayed. The ESL staff is also working on planning for the future needs of our student population, which is growing. Last but not least was a list of questions about the G&T program, many of which Mrs. Gross was able to direct us to the district website for answers. And if you are interested in the questions and answers, I can share my document with you, and you can, I can speak to you or show you immediately after the meeting. If you have a specific question, I'd prefer that you contact Mr. Blown or Mrs. Gross because they are the experts in this. Now, since our curriculum, this is for today, since our curriculum meeting is scheduled on October 6th, Mrs. Gross provided the committee with an update, and the committee informally agreed to share the updates at tonight's meeting because they are very important. On August 13th, the DOE announced a new statewide assessment as well as mandatory fall field test. This announcement came unexpectedly and with little time to prepare. As a result, some of the school leaders have been saying that they've been rushed, and they've gathered together to reflect on how we can improve this. The Garden State Coalition of Nonpartisan Nonprofit Education Advocacy Organizations meeting with the DOE to request a waiver to delay the field test so districts can better prepare. The board and the administration will keep the public updated on when we know more about this test. On August 29th, the United States DOE suddenly announced that it was ending the National Blue Ribbon School program, which annually honors high-performing schools and schools that narrowed academic gaps. The rationale for the change is that it should be the purview of the individual states to recognize the school excellence. The sad part is that being recognized nationwide as a high-performing school or district appears more prestigious because of the number of schools you're being compared to. Nevertheless, Marlboro is very proud of Defino to be counted as a national blue ribbon school, so hallelujah to Defino. And the past several years, the POWER program has served Defino and Robertsville. This year, Asher Holmes has also been identified as a Title I school. Therefore, all 3 Title I schools will be offered the POWER program. The district will monitor the other elementary schools in anticipation of more elementary schools potentially being also identified as Title I in the future. Thank you, Mrs. Gross, for sharing that with us.
Can I ask a question, Mr. Hyatt?
I have one too.
I know it's about that, or I can bring it up back in old business. It's about those pieces of the blue ribbon and the other piece.
I think you can bring it up now. Oh, we have one more. Let me get through. I
That's
don't think
fine.
There's no policy update this month, right? What's that? Do you want to give a quick policy update? Then you can, okay.
The policy committee, thank you, Mr. Ballone, for inviting us for the PTA, PTO, first meeting of the year. It was really good. We discussed the policy updates. That's something that we, as a board and a policy committee, aim to do, is if it's going to impact, if the policy we're writing is going to impact, a person or a foundation, we definitely make sure that we kind of let them know what it is. So we got a lot of good feedback from the PTOs that were there. We took that in, and now we're going to take it back to the policy committee, which we actually have a meeting scheduled either later this week or next week, Thursday. So we're going to talk through that and then make the update. So I just want to thank again you and all the PTOs that were there to give their feedback. Yep.
Okay, thank you. I'd say bring it up now that it's fresh.
That's fine. I had a question, though, on that piece. The committee was invited, the policy committee, or the chair of the policy committee? I'm just curious. Okay, I just want to know, because I was like, did I miss an invitation? Okay, thank you. Yeah, no, I'm okay, because you said the committee. I was like, did I miss the invitation?
No, I said the policy committee. We'll sit there and have a conversation. Our mics are on. So yeah, I think last year you were the policy chair, so then you were invited.
I was. I'm not questioning. I'm just questioning if I missed something. Thank you.
Okay.
My question, though, was, I don't know who this is directed to, so Dr. Miskowitz gave her update, so I just wanted to ask two things. One is on field testing, which I did read. Thank you for sharing that with us. Is it too soon to know what that would include? I think, is that what they're figuring out? I was just curious, what did that mean for field testing? What are they looking for? And maybe we don't have the answer to that yet.
We don't have much information, but what we do know is they're field testing items, meaning questions. So it's kind of a hasty rollout. We're still, I know Mrs. Gross attended a few hours of training today, preliminary training. We really don't have much information, but we're sure to report back once we have additional information.
Okay, because I was just, when you do the criteria of what they're going to be looking for.
Yeah,
from
I'm actually attending Garden State Coalition tomorrow.
Okay.
And I know they were, Dr. Miskowitz said that they were meeting with the DOE, so I'm hoping they'll report out tomorrow on what that meeting looked like, because I believe it was last week, their meeting with the DOE. So I'll come back and report out, obviously, to Mrs. Gross, and then if we feel it's substantial enough to get out to the board, we can do that in advance of the meeting, and then maybe even at the October meeting, we can report out to the community.
Thank you. And then my other question was on the blue ribbon piece, which I did read. Thank you for giving us. I know it's now going to be on the local level, and I know this is new information. Any criteria that they're looking for on, like, how they're going to rate schools, when that would happen, or we don't know anything yet?
We don't have any information on that yet.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Go ahead.
Mrs. Mendez, I'm sure that once the rollout for the new testing programs out there, New Jersey school boards, which you're involved with,
Yeah.
will be sharing a lot of information, so you'll probably be hearing
Yeah,
about
I'm
it.
looking forward to it. I just didn't know if we knew any sneak peek of what was coming.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, Ms. Carrera.
From the article, I actually went to the company's website, and they actually have like practice tests. So I wound up taking one, and I like that, like, it's adaptive. But yeah, we'll see but if you wanted to check it out, it is on the website.
All right. Okay, great. The next item on our agenda is board goals, I believe, right? So I know we had a discussion during our last meeting on the initial board goals that Mr. Cohen put together. He couldn't be here tonight, but it's on the agenda to vote. So for those following along on the agenda, if you look at item number 8, what section is that? What is it? Under finance and business, we'll be voting on those. So those 5 overarching board goals are listed on number 8 on the agenda, just so everyone can follow along. I know Mr. Cohen had sent last week revised goals based on the conversation we had, and I think some follow-up. I know, Ms. Mendez, you had some additions, which I believe he added regarding policy, regarding our focus on kindness this year. Ms. Carrero, I think Ms. Belomo, and a few others had ones on the community engagement part of it. All those have been incorporated, so, but before we get into that vote, I just want to open it up and see if there's any discussion around those changes that Mr. Cohen had sent
Mr. Hyatt,
last week. I believe,
Can-
go ahead.
before you do that, can I just, I left out one important thing on the curriculum thing that I
Yeah, go
had
ahead.
from.
Yeah, do
Can I-
that and then we'll.
Can I, yeah, okay,
Yeah.
because I don't want to forget this. I
That's
just
okay.
realized it was here. Once again, thank you to Mrs. Gross for helping me with this. We have the latest opt-in, opt-out for the grade 2 health standards data as of September 8th. The opt-in for the second grade health standards was 64%, and the opt-out was 36%. I also have the school results for the opt-in and opt-out for individual schools. Once again, you can, if you want to see it, I'd be happy to share it with you. You know, Mr. Balone, Mrs. Gross will also be happy to share it with you.
Okay, thank you. All right, back to board goals. I'm just opening it up for discussion. Does anybody have any discussion on the revised goals that Mr. Cohen sent across before we vote on them? No discussion? All right, great. Moving along.
Before we go to finance and business, so number 4 can be removed completely for finance and business. Travel.
I'm sorry.
Yep.
Okay,
Nope.
so on finance and business operations, number 4 is being struck from the agenda, so if you vote yes to all, that's not included to anything. Got it? Okay, financial and business matters. Ms. Mendez, you want to go?
Sure. The superintendent of schools submits the following resolutions for approval. 1, transfers. 2, list of bills. 3, secretary monthly reconciliation reports. 5, harassment, intimidation, bullying, HIB report. 6, amended resolution out-of-district placement for the 25-26 school year. 7, MOESC contract purchase, Hutchins HVAC Inc. for boiler maintenance and related services for the 25-26 school year. 8, approval of 25-26 school year board goals. 9, approval of 2025-26 school year district goals. 10, amended resolution, approval of facilities use fee schedule. 11, state contract purchases. I so move.
All right, roll call.
Sorry,
Sorry,
need
what?
a second.
Oh, can I get a second? Sorry, Ms. Carrero. All right, no. Any questions or comments? All right, roll call.
Mrs. Gandhi,
Yes.
Mr. Alonsky,
Yes.
Dr. Miskowitz,
Yes.
Mrs. Seward,
Yes.
Mrs. Palomo,
Yes.
Mrs. Carrera,
Yes.
Mrs. Mendez,
Yes.
and Mr. Hyatt.
Yes. Okay, do you want to do it now? Or? Okay. All right, moving on to personnel matters. I just want to flag, we do have an addendum 27, which you all should have in front of you to include on that. Ms. Gandhi, do you want to read that?
Personnel matters. 1, retirements. 2, resignations. 3, employment instructional assistants. 4, employment kindergarten basic skills instructional assistant. 5, employment school aides. 6, operational administrators. 7, staff paid with IDEA funds. 8, amended hours and salaries, non-certificated staff. 9, amended hourly rate, non-certificated staff. 10, bus drivers, hours and salaries, 2025-2026 school year. 11, bus attendants, hours and salaries, 2025-2026 school year. Transfers, certificated staff. 13, transfer non-certificated staff. 14, reassignments and amended salaries, non-aligned support staff. 15, reassignment, non-certificate staff. 16, teachers' summer IEP meetings. 17, extracurricular activities advisors. 18, amended extracurricular activities advisor. 19, curriculum, ED camp professional day presenters. 20, stipend mentor teacher. 21, student observation. 22, substitute teachers. 23, substitute secretaries transportation. 24, paid medical disability leaves. 25, unpaid leaves of absence. 26, amended resolution leave dates.
27.
Sorry, I'm going.
It's the addendum in front of you. Okay.
Oh, sorry. 27, suspensions without pay. I so move.
Okay. Any discussion? Good?
We need a second.
Oh, need a second. Sorry. What's that? You moved it. No, you moved it. Ms. Carrera, second. Okay, over to you.
Okay, roll call. Mr. Olansky,
Yes.
Mrs. Mendez,
Yes.
Dr. Miskowitz,
Yes.
Mrs. Seward,
Yes.
Mrs. Balomo,
Yes.
Mrs. Carrero,
Yes.
Mrs. Gandhi,
Yes.
and Mr. Hyatt.
Yes. Before we leave this section, I know Mr. Balone does have some retirement comments, so I'd like to take those.
Thank you. I have the first set of retirement comments is for Jill O'Brien. Today we celebrate Jill O'Brien, who is retiring after 10 years of service. She's been a bus driver for over 30 years and leaves behind a legacy of professionalism and commitment. Jill was an amazing asset to this department, and she will be missed. We all wish her a lifetime of happiness and good health. Jill looks forward to traveling and spending time with her husband, children, and grandchildren. Congratulations, Jill. And the last set of retirement comments for this evening is for Linda Winter. Tonight we honor Linda Winter, who is retiring from Marlboro Public Schools after 38 years in education, 28 of them dedicated to our district. With mixed emotions, she steps away from a career filled with profound fulfillment, having served as both a special educator and general education teacher across kindergarten and elementary grades. She describes these years as the most meaningful of her career, shaped by incredible students, dedicated colleagues, and supportive families. Linda is deeply grateful for the opportunity to grow as an educator within our collaborative community, where professional development and a strong sense of belonging have defined her journey. She will miss the children's curiosity, laughter, and spirit, as well as the camaraderie of her colleagues and partnerships with families. Linda leaves with a full heart, carrying cherished moments into her next chapter. Thank you, Linda, for your unwavering dedication and lasting impact. Congratulations.
Thank you. Before we get into liaison reports, we do have a change in how we're reporting out, but I'll let Mr. Balone highlight that. And I think you sent an email to all the board members, so we're all familiar, but for the public's knowledge.
Yep, I did. As Mrs. Gandhi mentioned, we had our first PTA, PTO, President's, MEF, CPAG scope meeting this week, and thank you all for participating. We had some really good conversations. One of the conversations, which was a unanimous vote, this actually was discussed last year, toward maybe around the springtime or toward the end of the year, with respect to the school reports and what the goal of those school reports was or is. And specific to the PTAs and PTOs, the school-based PTAs and PTOs, it was agreed that they do such a good job communicating all of their activities to their constituents. It didn't seem as effective when we were reporting out here at the board meeting. Oftentimes, I think someone mentioned it's at 11:30 at night and not too many people are paying attention. So I consider us lucky tonight. It's only 8:15. Notwithstanding that, we've decided to recognize the PTAs and PTOs in a more concise fashion, perhaps maybe once or twice a year, focusing on one PTA or PTO per meeting. Of course, understanding if there is a need, if something comes up and something really exciting and interesting needs to be reported out, of course we can always do that. So this doesn't preclude us from coming forth at any meeting and celebrating the great work and partnership that we have with our PTAs and PTOs. And of course, in reflecting, and if we feel like this wasn't the right move, we can go back, right? So there's nothing is set in stone here, but I do want to recognize the collaboration that we had at our meeting with the unanimous, at least unanimous for the people who were in attendance, because not everyone was there, but most of them were. And we decided that we would give it a shot. So you're not going to see any school-specific PTA, PTO school reports. We will still keep the CPAG report, scope report, right, because it's school-wide, Freehold Regional, those sorts of things, and they're listed here. We also will be maintaining a board liaison per school. So that doesn't mean the board liaison goes away. You can still interface with the school and communicate with them. Again, if there's something noteworthy that you want to bring back to a board meeting, we're happy to report that out. So again, we'll be reflective and we'll live it for a little bit and we'll see if it works. If it doesn't, we can always revert back. But as of right now, that's where we stand.
Great. And I believe all the school administrators and superintendents know about that. So they're informed. I sent an email. So Asher Holmes is I'm the liaison for that school. I sent an email to Mrs. Kilme and said, look, if you have things that you want to bring up to a board meeting, by all means, send them my way, and we can bring them, important stuff, highlights she wants to. So you guys can do the same for the schools that you represent as well. A question? No, good. Okay, with that, we still do have liaison reports. So Freehold Regional, Ms. Seward.
Yep, thank you, Mr. Messinger, for the update. They had their meeting on Wednesday, August 27th. Over the summer, we replaced the roof on the main gym at Marlboro High School so that it was done before next summer when the gym floor is repaired. Our infrastructure plan is to spend $11 to $12 million per year on upgrades annually after the tax increase that was put in for this year. For the upcoming school year, we look to have roughly 10,000 students in the district. In 2025, we had 2,560 students graduate. 466 of them were from Marlboro High School. We received the violence and vandalism report, and for the second half of the 24-25 school year, there were 34 confirmed HIBs and 19 violence events. In the 23-24 school year, we had 25.4% students being chronically absent. As you would expect, most of these were seniors. This is not acceptable, so the district is continuing to work to implement an attendance action plan, and the schools will have more communication with the parents and the school-level teams to identify at-risk students. Schools will develop punishments to improve absenteeism, such as no parking spots, no prom, no homecoming, or no senior trip. If you're a senior and miss more than 13 days, you will lose your exemption from final exams. Additionally, oh wait, sorry, I jumped ahead. Finally, we are expanding the cell phone ban to include time in the hallways between classrooms. Last year, you could not have your phone out in class. Additionally, students cannot have their phones out in the halls if they're going to guidance or to the bathroom during instructional hours. On the first day of school, both the phone policy and absenteeism were stressed to all students. And then again, at the most recent meeting on September 11th, the paraprofessionals of the year were recognized. That's all I have.
Great. Thank you. Marlboro Educational Foundation.
I was trying to find the email, but I don't have it. If you could go around, I'll look. Okay, thanks.
Yeah, I'll come back to you. Marlboro Township. Mr. Lonsky.
Yep, got it. Thanks to Lynn Franco for sending this over. This Sunday, the Marlboro Farmers Market is holding Let's Get Crafty. Our regular vendors, along with crafters and artisans, visit 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. For more, visit the town website and social media page. The recreational programs. Fall program registration is underway. Please visit the website or Community Pass for more. Monmouth County Library book donations. The Marlboro branch of the Monmouth County Library is now accepting book donations. Please leave your gently used books to the circulation desk during the open hours Monday to Thursday, 9 a.m. to 8 p.m., Friday 1 to 5, Sunday 9 to 1, through Labor Day, then 9 to 5. Please note they cannot accept textbooks, encyclopedias, or dictionaries. Marlboro Inaugural Restaurant Week. Marlboro is hosting its inaugural restaurant week from October 5th through the 12th. To see all the restaurants participating at various dates and discounts through the week, please check out the township website. And the property tax relief assistance. Marlboro Township is partnering with New Jersey Treasury to help residents with Stay New Jersey Anchor and the Senior Freeze, among other programs. On September 18th from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the Recreation Center, residents can go in person for help directly on these applications. No appointment or pre-registration is required. Visit the website again for what to bring and what to ensure you are prepared. And that's what I have.
Great. Thank you. Marlboro Educational Foundation.
So after the roaring success of the Wizards game back in April, the MEF, Marlboro Educational Foundation, is doing a casino night on November 21st from 7 to 11 p.m. at the Eagle Oaks Golf and Country Club. If you could go on their website to purchase their tickets, again, I just want to remind everyone that whatever funds they raise, they go back to our schools and our children. So I would definitely recommend supporting them. Again, the date is Friday, November 21st from 7 to 11 p.m. At Eagle Oaks Golf and Country Club.
Great. Monmouth County School Boards Association. I'm a liaison. I was not able to get an update, but what I will do, I will follow up with Mrs. Callahan, and I will email the board an update. I believe they have an October meeting, which is on their website, so if you're interested in going to that, go to their website, and I'll check, and if there's anything important that I need to pass along to the board, I'll email it to you. So, all right, New Jersey School Board.
NJSBA published an article recently about OpenAI, so I thought it would be interesting to share that they're going to roll out parental controls in the aftermath of a California teen's suicide. I won't go too into detail on that one, but so it's going to include options for parents now to link their accounts for ChatGPT with their children's and receive notifications if the system detects that their child is in a moment of acute crisis, amongst some other features. Just so you know, kids must be 13 to create a ChatGPT account and must obtain parental consent if they're under the age of 18. Those consents actually really generally operate on the honor system and are easy for kids to bypass, which is why these parental controls are important. They also did notate that Google and Microsoft offer some parental controls as well in some fashion on Gemini and a variety of other things. But since we've been talking about the tech plan and open and AI, I thought it was cool to share that.
Great, thank you. Scope?
No report.
What's that?
No report.
No report. Okay, CPAC.
I'd just like to thank Angie and Robin for this report. The CPAG co-leaders enjoyed meeting the community at Marlboro Day this past Sunday. It was such a wonderful opportunity to provide information about our special education parent advisory group. Even our new sensory gift bag raffle was a big hit for the kids. Our winner has claimed their prize. Thank you to the Buildings and Grounds Department for lending us a tent for shade this year at our table. If you didn't get to meet us, CPAG co-leaders will be set up at all the back-to-school nights for each of the schools. Please stop by for information and learn how you can share your knowledge and become actively involved with our parents. CPAG's first meeting of the school year will be virtually on October 16th at 7:30. The agenda and link will be sent out through special services and will also be posted to our CPAG's Facebook page. Need additional resources or advice from other parents? Then check out CPAG's website and Facebook pages to increase your knowledge of special education and related services.
Great. That is all the liaison reports, so I will open it up to old business.
Mr. Hyatt, I have a liaison report from Mr. G, and I don't want to make it a waste of his time. May I read it? For
Sure.
Robertsville.
Go for it.
Okay.
Be quick.
All right, so Robertsville was proud to welcome students back to school. Our opening was smooth, and our new kindergartners and first graders are adjusting well. Robertsville staff are incredible in ensuring that students have the best academic and social experiences. They were essential to our successful opening. The PTO sponsored an ice cream social that brought out nearly all of our Robertsville community. It was excellent, by the way. Staff scooped ice cream, students and parents mingled, and the playground was enjoyed by all. On September 16th, Asher and Robertsville will come together and celebrate our Star-Spangled Banner, written on September 14th, 1814 by Francis Scott Key. Miss Talmadge, Mrs. Bono, and Mrs. Wright, as well as some Robertsville fourth graders, will help lead our students in our celebration. This year, our celebration has even more of a special meaning as we prepare to celebrate the 250th birthday of the United States on July 4th, 2026. Robertsville looks forward to presenting our celebration at the October Board of Education meeting. Robertsville's theme this year is One Robertsville, One Team. Through lessons, character education, announcements, and assemblies, as well as our bulletin boards, we have been showcasing to students that our school is successful because we work together as a team to learn, grow, display kindness, and respect. Thank you.
Thank you. And for reference, that was for Robertsville. I know Mr. Malone said we're not doing the individual schools, but it sounds like he got that in before that notification went out, so all good. All right, old business. Does anyone have any old business to bring up? No? New business?
I do. I have some new business.
Okay.
I'm going to read through something. I did not send it, so I want to say, I did not send it, so there's no action that I'm asking for. I'm just going to propose an idea, and then I will email it to the board, it's the idea after. So no action I'm asking. I'm just going to go through some of it.
Understood.
So I want to speak to something that impacts all of us as board members. Too often we face retaliation for our service, whether online, in person, or even here at these meetings. While disagreement and debate are part of healthy governance, personal attacks, harassment, intimidation are not. They create an unhealthy environment that distracts from our true purpose, serving our students in schools. To help address this, I am proposing a three-part approach. First, we adopt a civility statement to be read at the start of each meeting, setting the tone for respectful and constructive engagement. Second, we pass a resolution that formally denounces hate, harassment, and intimidation against board members, staff, or community participants. And third, we begin the process of developing a policy that provides protections, reporting procedures, and clear expectations for civility in all interactions. I know this won't happen overnight. It's a process that requires steps, collaboration, and work, but it's an important one. If we want people to continue stepping up and volunteering their time to serve on this board, they need to know they will be respected and protected. Marlboro is a large town with many talented community members, and we are missing out on some who are hesitant to serve because of the environment. By taking these steps, we can ensure that public service remains a healthy, safe, and rewarding commitment for those who follow after us. So there's a couple of ideas that I have here. We don't have to talk through it today. I just wanted to share it in advance of sending out a proposal. And I frame it because in the board goals that you mentioned, Mr. Hyatt, I did say in the last meeting that it would be great if we could talk about respect, which I did send to Mr. Cohen for the board. I understand we are held to a higher standard as board members, but that does not mean we should be intimidated, harassed, and threatened in our service and our duty for all board members that are here and future board members. So first thing I have is frame this as kind of a policy. There's some names that I have here that I will send out to the board. Obviously, Ms. Gandhi, we will discuss in the committee. So I didn't share anything in advance. It's just a proposal. I have some draft policy language to talk about how the township, the Board of Education will affirm its commitment to fostering safe, respectful, inclusive environment for all board members, staff, students, and the community. And again, I did say that healthy debate and diverse viewpoints are essential to governance, but harassment, hate, or intimidation toward board members directly for their beliefs, backgrounds, or service will not be tolerated. I have some language in here for the draft, which obviously I'll share with Ms. Gandhi, Mr. Cohen, and Mr. Ballone, so it's just some ideas. Then I'd like to translate this statement into action. So to make it more than words on paper, I do have here about adopting a board resolution, as I said, creating the policy, working with the board attorney to ensure alignment with state and local laws, especially around public comment restrictions and First Amendment rights, and introduce a civility pledge that will be read at the beginning of each board meeting. And so I want to just say why I think it matters and why it's important to this board and future boards, because my term is over in December. It will protect board members personally and professionally, because outside of here, we all have lives, and our livelihoods and our families are the most important things to us. And so I want to make sure we have that protection in place. Sets the tone for community dialogue. It signals to parents and students that the district values respect and rejects harassment on all levels. And again, just because we're held to a higher standard does not mean it's okay to talk about our looks, our weight, our business online. So I do want to say that. Gives the administration also and everybody a clear framework for action if boundaries are crossed. I have a sample board resolution which I drafted, which I'll share with everybody. Some draft policy language, as I said. And I even have a draft of a civility statement for the board meetings, just to let everybody know that we value their input. But our shared goal for all of us is to engage in constructive civil conversation that supports our schools and the success of every child. So I'll share all of this. I did not share it in advance, but we need to do better. We can't be treated this way. Community members shouldn't be treated a certain way. And so I think it's important for all of us to protect ourselves and any board members in the future. So I'll send it out, but I just wanted to prepare you so you're not blindsided when I email you. Thank you.
It sounds like you'll send that to the board, and then you have a draft policy to the policy committee to draft.
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
Everything.
All right, that's the way to go.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Any other new business? All right, I will.
I have new business.
Okay.
I just need to place something on the record. I recently learned that an email regarding board business was circulated to all members, but I was intentionally excluded. I want to be very clear. I am a duly elected member of this board and have the same rights and responsibilities as every other member. Under the New Jersey School Ethics Act, the duty to recuse rests with the individual board member and not with the board president, not with council, and not with anyone else. In order for me to determine whether recusal is appropriate, I must first be provided with the same information as any and every other board member. By excluding me from communications, the board has interfered with my ability to make an informed decision about recusal and created the appearance of selective treatment. I am again requesting that I be provided immediately with a copy of all communications and any related materials that were shared with every and any other board members. If this is not done, I will have no other choice but to pursue this matter through the School Ethics Commission and any other proper authority to ensure compliance with law and good governance. I want the record to reflect that my request is not about any particular outcome, but about fairness, transparency, and my right to perform the duties I was elected to carry out on behalf of the Marlboro community. Thank you.
Okay. Any other new business? All right. Thank you. I will open it up to public comments. Is there anyone on the list?
No.
No. Would anybody like to speak? Going once? Going twice? Okay. Motion to close public comments. Mr. Olonsky. Second. Ms. Mendez. Speech two. That's it, right? All those in favor? Any abstentions? Good. Okay, with that, we will be, I think that was the last item on our agenda. We will be moving into executive session, so can I get a motion to, I don't think, we're not going to have any. No action will be taken. Okay. No action will be taken after executive session. So this is the close of the public meeting, so can I get a motion to move to executive? Ms. Seward, can I get a second? I need a second. Who's second? Dr. Miskowitz? All those in favor? Any opposed? Abstentions? Okay, great. Thank you all for coming out. Congratulations to all those who received the kindness certificates and staff recognition, and have a great night.